Well, hello and good evening and welcome. I'm streaming to three places tonight. So I'm streaming on the Jacobites page, I'm streaming on Should We Be Worried group, and YouTube, which is not really up and running yet, but I'm trying to get used to it. Okay, I'll probably get banned right away. Okay, so how is everyone? Hope you're all well. Hopefully, we'll not have the problems that we had last night. Um, Fingers crossed. So we'll say our hellos and then we'll go on with the show. Hi, Alan. Where is everybody tonight? Right, where is everybody? Right, I don't know where you are. Let's see what's happened. Right. So one person, I've got one person. Oh, there we go. I was like, where is everybody? Right, you're coming in now. Good evening, everyone. Hi, Carolina. Is it Carolina? Catalina. Hello. Getting the boosters. Facebook user. Hello, Facebook user. Hi, Ken. So we'll wait and see who comes in. It was a wee while only starting up today, so anyway. Oh, there we go. There's Lorraine. Hi, Lorraine. Hi, Karen. Really down with this cold in my chest. Oh, that's a shame. I hope you get better soon. It took me a wee while. I mean, I've still got the cough. Hi, Louise. So anyway, we'll see who else comes in. There's Andy. Hi, Andy. There's Crawford. Gillis. Hello, Karen. Hope your birthday went well. Yeah, it was. It was on Tuesday, so I had a nice time. On Sunday, I see the booster jab shape cute. Oh my god. Honestly, oh, see people. I recommend Milton tea for tea. All right, good. I'll try that. It's a cough. I can't get rid of the cough. What was that we saying? It's not the cough that carries you off, it's the coffin that carries you off. Well, I don't plan to go anywhere just yet. Hi, Paul. Can't see the comments. Well, maybe if you go to the Jacobites page, you'll maybe be able to see them. Okay? I don't know what's happened. And I'm not the best technical person. Belated birthday. Hi, thanks very much. Yep, thanks. Debbie. Hi, Karen. My warrior says that. How's the weather where you are? It's not too bad. I hate to say it's a bit mild because then we'll have bloody storms or something, you know. Exactly. Hi, Richard. So that's everybody coming in now. So I'll tell you what's in the show tonight. Okay, so I'm back. So on the show tonight we've got Sturgeon and Freeman. Gene Freeman might be in a bit of hot soapy bubble. Oh yes, they might. The COVID's taking precedence over cancer. That was said today. And I've got a wee song for his just to uplift us all, you know. So I'll be back up. Right, so just as I was coming to to do the line just as it was coming to here. There was a kind of news flash where Nicola Sturgeon's been told to go and get stuffed by Westminster. So we'll just share this and hopefully it will go. Share screen. Twitter and share. Right, okay. So we'll read Paul's first, okay? Paul Hutchins. I think he's with the Daily Record, right? Boris Johnson rejects Nicola Sturgeon's call for an emergency Omicron meeting. He is with the Daily Record, right? So this is Sturgeon's reply. She is fucking desperate, absolutely desperate to lock us all down again. So this is her reply. UK government's inaction will now make this next phase of COVID crisis much worse than it needs to be. If we don't control infections, more people will suffer. The NHS will be overwhelmed and cancellations, staff absences will leave businesses unable to operate, make money. 2. Instead of the chaos of inaction, we need a managed response. We must advise people to cut social contacts to a minimum. Fuck you, I won't get to fucking, as the Scottish Government has done, but then compensate businesses for the impact of fewer customers and support venues to cancel events if necessary. Nicola, I won't fuck yourself in. For the fucking Omicron flu, away you and get to fuck. 3. Devolved governments have no mechanism to trigger financial support at this scale. Only HM Treasury can. Notwithstanding reports of a refusal, I hope the PM will agree to talks as a matter of urgency. Urgent action is needed to protect the NHS lives and livelihood. Nicola, the only thing that we fucking need is protection from fucking you. You are absolutely desperate to lock this fucking country down again. And somebody, I'll not read all the comments, but this comment was quite funny, right? If only South African expert could have told us this strain is mild and the scaremongering wasn't required. Okay, so we'll go back to StreamYard, right? And we'll stop this. She's absolutely fucking desperate. That's how desperate she is to lock everybody down. Scaremongering at its fucking highest. Scaremongering at its highest. So we'll go to the comments and we'll see what you see. Hi Yvonne. Cheer me up, Cam. There's a day the arseholes have went full retard again. Oh, for God's sake. Well, I've just cheered you up. Sturgeon was told to go and get to fuck. You are. Thank you. There's Audrey. Hi, Audrey. Robert Galloway. Hello, Karen. Hi, Robert. Sorted now, Karen. Went to Jacobites. Brilliant. Love it, Karen. Let it up. My queen. Honest to God, she's desperate. She's desperate to lock us down. She's power crazy. She's fucking psychotic. She's a fucking cold. Everybody knows it's a fucking cold. Everybody knows it's a cold. Hi, Ian. I mean, it's just... I don't even think you say. I'm past knowing what to say now. It is absolutely crazy what she's doing. I mean, I'm going to get into what she said today about cancer. This is how fucking much this woman thinks of health. Because it's absolutely... And I hope I've got the clip on that I needed, right? And I hope it plays. Either that or I'll just talk you through it. But by God, this woman is needing taken away. I heard the whole world is getting locked down for the reset. UK is first to start it after. Yeah. Well, let's hope that they think so. Karen, I had a PCR on Wednesday. Guess what? I had positive. I have a sore throat and head so much for the danger. Aye. I lasted 3 minutes watching the STV news and I promised my language was worse than yours. I don't know how it could be, Louise. Oh, I don't know how it could be. Unbelievable. She's not getting away with it this time. It's a scary flu, the mildest out of all the variants. What a halfwit. Do you know, Yvonne, it's not even a case of that she's a halfwit. She's fucking dangerous. She's power hungry. She thinks she is something and she thinks she owns this country and everybody in it. Absolutely power fucking crazy. She's desperate for to get furlough so that she can say to the businesses, because it must be the businesses that's holding out. People are waking up. Yep. Hi Karen, you're sounding a bit. Yeah, I've still got a wee bit of cough, but it's not as bad as it was. You know, it's not as bad as it was. So yeah, so that was her. That was just as I was coming to do the live show. You know. But let's hope that I'll go into the next one. So let's hope that her and Dean Friedman and the rest of them get what the fuck's coming to them. So we'll take Louise's and then I'll share the screen again. I read something about France locking down the over 65s and something to do with boosters. Oh, I don't doubt it. Do you know what I seen? I was trying to get a clip, and it was the police in France have pushed the public, and it was an all-out battle. And the police all had to run because the people there have been pushed to the limit. They were getting pushed to the limit even before this began. They really were, and it was the same in Spain. You know, so I'll share the screen again, and we'll look at what's going on with Jean Freeman. Fucked off. She must have thought to herself, "I'm getting out of here." You know. So which one was it? That's the one. Right, okay, so COVID Scotland. Nicola Sturgeon and Jean Freeman could face criminal charges over care home transfers, lawyer says. Nicola Sturgeon and former Health Secretary Jean Freeman could face criminal charges over a decision to transfer untested patients into care homes, a prominent lawyer has said. At least 1,300 elderly hospital patients were sent to care homes without being tested for COVID-19 at the start of the pandemic. A decision the First Minister and Miss Freeman have both admitted was a mistake. Oh, we just made a mistake. All the fucking people died, but we just made a mistake. With the announcement of a public inquiry into the handling of the coronavirus pandemic, a lawyer representing some families whose relatives died in care homes has said it is entirely feasible the pair could be charged over their role. I think that was... Oh, there we go. Solicitor, advocate, professor. Is this the same one? I think so. Peter Watson expressed concern over an apparent failure to introduce appropriate protections against infection in care homes following the outbreak of CV-19, with 3,292 deaths in care reported between March and April the 8th, 2020. The Scottish Government has announced a public inquiry that will cover 12 separate areas, including pre-pandemic planning, the decision to enter lockdown, the supply and distribution of personal protective equipment, that was a fucking joke, and how coronavirus was dealt with within care homes. In Holyrood on Tuesday, Deputy First Minister John Swinney said Lady Poole, a senator of the College of Justice of Scotland, is to chair the inquiry into the handling of the pandemic. Wonder if she's fucking handpicked. Responding to the news, Professor Watson of PBW Law said, on behalf of the families who lost loved ones in care homes as a result of CV-19 pandemic, we welcome the announcement that there will be an inquiry led by Lady Poole. Well, we all know what their fucking inquiries are like. The crucial aspect of this inquiry is the fact that the Lord Advocate has, excuse me, the power to determine if any crimes have been committed. They'll be determining and making sure that they haven't. The instruction to transfer patients from hospital back into care homes without any risk assessment, testing or understanding of the consequences will be an area of particular concern to bereaved families. Well, I'm fucking one of them. The First Minister of Scotland and former Cabinet Secretary for Health have previously admitted that mistakes were made. It is entirely feasible that criminal charges may be brought. I doubt it. If anything, it will be bloody Jean Friedman likely. Professor Watson has previously been involved in the inquiry into the death of rally driver Colin McRae, the Piper Alford oil disaster that represented families of 16 pupils in Dunblane Primary School massacre. Scottish Conservative social care spokesman Craig Hoy said critical errors were made by the SNP ministers at the height of the pandemic. Meant our care homes bore the brunt of the crisis. Well, they certainly did. 14 in the care home my aunt was in. 14 died. Thousands of relatives are continuing to grieve the loss of a loved one who died in a care facility, and my thoughts are with them. Mr. Hoy added, ministers must guarantee they will be totally open and transparent. Sorry, I shouldn't laugh, it's no funny, but the SNP being open and transparent with a public inquiry, we no talk fucking shite, announced this week. They must cooperate fully with the probe at all times. I'll read the rest, but I'll give you a wee, well, I think we've got the gist, right? I've got the gist, right? So, StreamYard, right, so, this will be Nicola, right? When she's hauled in front of the board and asked about, those who were put into care homes. And she'll have her wee notes. She'll have her notes, right? Oh, I don't recall. I can't remember. Oh, I would have to go and look that up. Remember what she done with Alec? 14 passed away when my aunt was one of them. And yes, it was suspected COVID put in a death certificate. Right, so where are we now? Oh, the grandkids. There's Yvonne. Hi, Yvonne. Right. Unbelievable. She's not getting away with it this time. It's a scary flu. Oh, the mildest variant. People are waking up. I'm not getting locked down. No, neither the fuck am I. Time for us all to say, Nicola, piss off. She thinks that if people go in furlough, they can dance about in TikTok. No, there'll be none of that this time because people will know what you're doing, hen. You're sounding better, thanks. I think this is where we better. Message from Texas, they are scared of losing control. Of course. Hi, Jimmy. Of course. Yep. They've been protesting every week. Yep, for a year now. But I mean, they've been protesting and nothing's happened. And that bill that's went through bloody Westminster, no be able to protest. That'll be criminal. These people are fucking totalitarian. We live in a totalitarian state now. I see that all. Did you see that? It's happening in other countries too. People have had enough. They've had enough. They've had enough. Getting their pants pulled down. Be worse this year when they put them into hotels and yes, oh yeah, aye. Yeah. I'm just hoping the foreign staff tell them to go and get stuffed as well. Hopefully they all just seem to do exactly what they want and get... Ellen, that's exactly what they're doing. They don't... I mean, they've got away with it for so long. And they don't care. They laugh at us. They're laughing at us. Ken, I'm sure my wee auntie was murdered with was it midazolam? March 20th. Ken, my aunt died, I think it was in April, I think it was the 8th. I mean, I was optimising it. But 2020. And what can I say? The Honourable Lady Poole, QC Senator of the College of Justice, incumbent, assumed office in 2020, nominated by Nicola Sturgeon as First Minister, apparently appointed by Elizabeth II. Personal details: education, Madras College, alma mater, Somerville College, Oxford, professional advocate. Well, that just tells you everything you need to know. This will be a fucking whitewash. A whitewash. I saw a post about what these government cunts are supposed to be passing bills to take away more of our freedoms. They can arrest you for protesting, and if you have any equipment to do with a protest, they can arrest you and stop and say, yeah, I seen that today. Was it last night? I seen that. While we're all running about and up in arms about the party and they were taking away our rights. And these fuckwits, these absolute cunts have been found guilty on 2 different occasions, might be more now, of human rights abuses against the disabled, the most vulnerable people in the country. Hi Debbie, I'm late. Sorry, I've not been ranting yet. I watched 10 people die last month at work, all double jabs. Never had that amount in 1 month. Lorraine, honestly, it's trying to get through to people because they don't until they see that with their own eyes, they'll not believe it. They're like doubting Thomases. I heard that too. 30 minutes. Debbie. A taxi driver told me today a lot of his elderly customers have had the fear of God put into them, thanks to Nicola. Yeah, exactly. Now, I mean, you heard her. She was saying about, to save the NHS. Nicola, how fucking stupid do you think we are? Now, the NHS has got a crisis every fucking year at this time because of the fucking flu. This is how fucking much of an imbecile she thinks the public are. But to be quite honest with you, some of them are. Hi, Colin. About time she got her comeuppance. But you all know Sturgeon and the rest of the corrupt politicians will get out of it. Well, Colin, there's, I think it was Ken that just told you about who was appointed, you know. Personally appointed by Nicola. Ken, you can request her medical records. Oh, I was next to kin for my auntie. Can I request hers? Yvonne, in German schools, I've seen that they're making the kids stand up and say if they're V status. They make the class clap if they had a jab and make the non-jabbed explain why they're not jabbed. Say to the teachers, you've your AIDS jab, if you've been tested for AIDS. That's my answer to everything. Humiliating children. That's what they're fucking good at. That's scary. So that's basically what we had for that one. So what was next on the list? Oh yeah. So COVID's taking precedence over cancer treatment. And she fucking said that today. So I'm hoping I've got the clip. See, I'm getting angry already. I'm hoping I've got the clip right, because I tried to get it right on for Anna Sarwar. Like him or don't like him, he was the one that brought up the cancer. Okay, so I'm just going to share the screen again, and we'll see. Hopefully this works. TV share. And go.
Thank you, Presiding Officer. Can I start by
Hope you
urging
can
the
hear.
public to please wear a mask wherever you can.
Let me
to
see
follow
if you're
the
hearing
guidance.
this.
And please, if you haven't had your first or second dose, please book your appointment. And if you haven't yet had your booster but are eligible to do so, please book your booster appointment. It's about protecting yourself, your family, and those round about you. Can I also say that there are businesses across the country who are anxious about what's going to happen to their business, what's going to happen to their employees, and what they will not appreciate is politics or bickering. What they will expect is both the Scottish and the UK government to work together in the national interest to protect people, their lives and their livelihoods. Presiding Officer, the Omicron variant is causing anxiety across the country, and we know that COVID still poses a risk to our society. It is right that we remobilise our NHS to confront the virus, but we can't lose sight of the fact that cancer remains Scotland's biggest killer. Since the start of the pandemic, almost 30,000 of our fellow Scots have died from cancer. Every one of these deaths, just like COVID, is a tragedy. Macmillan Cancer Support and Cancer Research UK have both expressed concerns this week over fears of cancer patients waiting to be diagnosed and waiting to start treatment. We have said that swift action is needed from government and NHS leaders. What action is the First Minister taking, in Cancer Research UK's words, to prevent a cancer catastrophe?
First Minister. Firstly, can I start by thanking Anna Sarwar for repeating the advice to the public at the start of his question. We have many differences in this chamber, and of course this session is about scrutiny. But I hope, as we did at the start of the pandemic, we can also come together to communicate with one voice to the public. It is really important. So I'm grateful to, and indeed to Douglas Ross, for doing that. I agree that businesses are terribly anxious right now, and I understand why. I also agree that this is not about politics. In a different context, the comments I'm making here about funding would be political. They're not. I have to make these comments because they are statements of fact, and I would ask Anna Sarwar to reflect on the fact that what I am saying here today about funding support for business from the UK government is exactly the same as his Labour colleagues are saying in the House of Commons right now. So this is not about politics. This is about all of us, within our own responsibilities, doing everything we can to meet this challenge. I will do everything within my responsibility, but I need to urge the Prime Minister and the Chancellor to do more within theirs. On the point about cancer, it is absolutely the case that every death from cancer at all times is a tragedy, and anyone, whether with cancer or any other condition that has had treatment delayed over the course of this pandemic, that is obviously tragic. We are working through investments particularly into early diagnosis, through the early cancer diagnostic centres, to make sure that there is speedy Timmy's treatment for cancer. The NHS remains under sustained pressure, and that pressure will grow in the weeks to come. But within the most recent quarter, more patients were treated within the 62-day waiting time standard compared to pre-COVID. So that is an indication that we were starting to catch up on some of the backlogs. We must keep a focus on that. But if we're to protect the ability of the NHS to do that, we must absolutely bear down on the pressure that has been put on it because of COVID.
Shut up.
Be in no doubt, I expect the Scottish Government and the UK Government, that includes Rishi Sunak and the Treasury, to be at their desk doing everything they can to work together to support businesses across the country. Be in no doubt about that. I recognise what the First Minister says, but figures published this week show there have already been over 400 more cancer deaths than were expected this year. That is higher than the 293 last year. This is getting worse, not better. First Minister, in March, long before Omicron, you said we are now focused on getting the NHS back to normal. But there are plenty of examples of people having to wait too long for treatment. Here's just one. A 71-year-old man who has previously had skin cancer contacted his GP in the summer, fearing it had returned. His GP confirmed this and referred him to a consultant. Months later, he is still waiting for an appointment. We know that the earlier you are diagnosed and the earlier you start treatment, the higher your chance of survival. Why has more progress not been made since March?
First Minister.
I think progress has been made since March, but of course, since March, not just Omicron, since March, we've had the Delta
Oh, shut the
that
fuck
set
up.
back the ability of the NHS to recover. And now, of course, we're dealing with Omicron. Health services all over the world are struggling to get back to normal because of the continued and increasing at times pressure that the virus is placing on us. But we have invested, we continue to invest early in the Detect Cancer Early programme. I absolutely agree with the fact that the earlier we detect cancer, the more able the NHS is to save lives. We've also established in recent times the first 3 early cancer diagnostic centres in NHS Ayrshire and Arran, NHS Fife and NHS Dumfries and Galloway, and they are about providing a referral route for patients who don't have standard symptoms of cancer. We're making significant investments in other parts of the cancer journey to speed up the time for diagnosis and then speed up the time from diagnosis into treatment. All of that has continued, it will continue, but we will get the NHS for cancer care and other care more firmly onto the road to recovery, the more able we are to bear down on the COVID cases. And that comes back to the central messages that we all have to communicate. Please cut down your contacts so that we are avoiding any opportunity that we can for this virus to spread.
Anna Sarwar.
I know what the
Right, so I'm hoping that you heard that. I'm hoping that you heard that, right? Let me know if you heard that. Seriously, fucking cancer. Cancer, it's a fucking killer as well. But COVID, which has got a 99.9% survival fucking rate, and that's the fucking COVID. Oh, thanks, Audrey, that you heard it. That's. Do you know it's got a 99% survival rate, and that's the fucking COVID. That's the COVID. That's not the fucking 20 shades of variant. This woman is a fucking danger to the public. She's a danger. You heard what the fuck she said? She just brushed it off the side as if it was fucking nothing. Now, people seeing that and people hearing that, I'll think, oh, well, COVID, we need to get on top of the COVID. Fucking shut up. Shut the fuck up. That could be your your granddad, your mum, your dad, your aunt, your uncle, but by fucking God, that could be your child. Your fucking child. Are they to wait fucking months and months and months? They don't have months and months and months. Why are you waiting months and months and months? The fucking cancer that can ruin your fucking body. And she fucking brushed it off as if it was fucking nothing. Nothing. Well, we'll do that as, correctly, but we must get into... Shut the fuck up, Nicola! COVID cannot take fucking precedence over a fucking killer illness. Because cancer is not just going to fucking go away on its own. Regardless of whether you want your treatment or whether you don't want your fucking treatment. Right? There's 4 stages to cancer. Now, I know this for a fucking fact because cancer has hit my family twice. You get 4 stages. The first 2 stages, you've got a bit of a fucking chance. By the time it gets to 3, stage 3, you've got a fucking fight. You're in the fight. Stage 4, you're made comfortable and it's palliative fucking care. And this fucking woman with a fucking pink suit is sitting there, standing up telling people, well, yes, of course, we've got to get in touch with that, but we need to really get in touch with the fucking... Shut the fuck up! How fucking do you... I can't get my head around this. I can't get my head around it, but I fucking should know. Because what's the number 1? Well, apart from heart attack and stroke, what's number 3? Yes, you've guessed it. Fuck cancer. It's a win-win situation for these fuckwits. If people don't get their fucking cancer treatment. That's what my cat, she's going to have to read. I was gobsmacked when I heard that. I could not fucking believe her answer. Her answer. Well, that's just too bad that you didn't get your cancer treatment. But we really need to get in touch with the COVID and all the variants. Shut the fuck up, Nicola. You try telling that to somebody whose baby has been diagnosed with cancer. Because cancer doesn't take any fucking prisoner. It doesn't miss anybody. Cancer doesn't miss anybody and hit the fucking wall. If you're going to get it, you'll get it. And there's 3 wee fucking children that I've been watching online, and all fucking 3 of them have passed away. One was a baby, one was about 3, another, I think 2 were about 3. Why are children, there's so many fucking children just now getting cancer. Different cancers. And for her to stand up there and say, oh, well, you know, we're trying, and we're putting all this money in, to get, when you cancelled the fucking treatment. Cancer should not be getting to, you know, like the COVID with a 99.9% fucking survival rate, or 99.7, whatever the fuck it is, of mild cases, should not be taking precedence over cancer. No way. And for her to fucking stand up there, I could not believe it. I still can't believe it. I can't believe that answer. I can't believe it. Oh, well, you know, but if we get, because I really want to close the fucking place down, because my life fucking depends on it. Maybe that's what it is, Nicola. Maybe your life fucking does depend on it, hen. Because you're absolutely fucking putting your pants at the thought of not being able to fucking close the fucking whole fucking country down. Absolutely. Absolutely. Wait till I stop the screen. I mean, is it just me? Is it just me? Am I over fucking reacting here? Jeez, oh, it's a hang me. Where are we? I don't know, I'm going to read the comments. Ian's coming on at 8, so, and I've got another wee show. I'm appearing on somebody's show, so I'll go a wee 10 minutes early. All good hearing it. Can hear it fine. Good. Did he say 30,000 people died of cancer? Did I hear that right? It's on the website. It's on the Parliament website. So, but possibly. I was too busy fucking trying to keep my hangme so that you could hear it. Me shouting, no, hear it. I can't fucking bear her. No, look at that fucking pipe suit. How can she say all the shit with a straight face? Exactly, Ellen. She's right, it's not about politics, it's about covering up your surface. Yes, Kim. I'll need to get into that. She's full of it. Yvonne, Karen, could you not have put something that blanks out her face? It's bad enough having to listen to her. Yvonne, every time I've got to see her, I just imagine her. See that great big caricature of her with a big face and she's got a wee mouth and wee teeth. That's what I imagine her as. He's away to America. I know. He's gallivanting. Gallivanting is for them, not us. Has she been replaced by a clone? I don't know. They can keep him. Colin, fucking idiot. She must think we're fools. But you know, Colin, there is fools out there. And they must all be in fucking Scotland. Flu died last year, but COVID didn't put both their past on the same way. So COVID would have died. Aye, these cunts think the public are sheep. It's all going to unravel. I actually do think it's going to unravel and it's going to come back to bite them. But they'll all have fucked off by then. Oh, hi, Seb. What a bullshitter, just like the bullshit here in Nye. Yep. Oh, I take it you were telling me you could hear. Thanks, I'm raging now. Well, if I'm raging, Debbie, So are you. I'm not going to be raging on my own. It's not COVID, it's now mutated into a bad coat. Of course it has. Her day is coming, Karen. Aye, it's coming. It is coming. 100 years no jab for cancer, 50 years of study on other illnesses, 108 days you get a jab for COVID. Aye, exactly. I would like to know where all that fucking money for the cancers went. It must be billions. I really hope so. How do they test the differentiate between variant? Well, see, Louise and the booster was ready. We're not going to arrive. Yeah. Somebody said, I can't remember who it was. I did jot down their name so that I could say who it was, but I can't remember offhand. That when they went up to the hospital, they get tested for the scary flu. They don't get tested for any of the variants because the variants don't fucking exist. My uncle's dying of cancer. Sorry to hear that, Yvonne. I'm sorry to hear that. Hi, Marjorie. I had cancer twice and recovered because I was diagnosed early. I know. It was. I was gobsmacked. I'm still gobsmacked at the casual fucking way. She just turned in and said, "Well, you know, they're putting money in, and I'm really sorry." You fucking shut the full country down and shut off people cancer care. And they're still fucking waiting. Yeah. I wonder what the public inquiry will make. It will not make any difference. I mean, I think who was it? It said that the judge in it, or whoever it is that's taking it, is handpicked by Nicola. So is my auntie, and she's 70, only 70. But she knows cancer kills. She knows exactly. Of course she does, Yvonne. Of course she does. Hi, Teresa. Hello, all. Right, so we'll finish with the wee song. Okay, we'll uplift our fucking spirits again, right? And we'll finish with the wee song. In the last 6 weeks, I know 5 people with cancer. My niece is one of them. Sorry to hear that, Lorraine. Of course she does. It was planned from the start. Yep. Hi, Keith. Government crazy now, lady saying what many people think. Yep. Michelle. Hi, Michelle. I'll have a wee look at it. Is it Judy Michelle or is it Michelle Judy? No. No, it's not in the bloody processed foods. Huh. No, she's evil. Yep. Do you know what came into my head? That Cliff Richard song? She's just a devil woman with evil on her mind. Government are only overseers for the shadow, nothing. Yeah. Hi, Richard. Yep. Laurie. Hi, Laurie. In the air, the earth, and yeah. Everywhere. I'll check out the link you posted. Thanks for posting it. Naughty Nicola loves Spanish porridge. Have to duck out for a wee while. Thanks, Karen. I'm going to go anyway because Ian will be on at 8 tonight. So, here's a name I can't pronounce, right? I'll give it my best shot. Carl. I've had cancer 3 times in my life, my goodness. But this last 2 years, I go and get my bloods done once a year. Last year, I went for a test in the hospital. Nothing to do with cancer, but I asked them to take extra blood for Macmillan, and they said no. Wow. Well, this year, I haven't heard from the hospital at all, and nothing from Macmillan unit. My goodness. See, there you go. Do you know, see when my brother had passed away, he passed away for cancer. That's why I'm so fucking annoyed, right? And I was in, it was like the Macmillan, but it was a support group, right, on their website. And all of a sudden, it had been lying dormant, the wee community that I was in, it had been lying dormant for years. Because my brother's passed away years now, right? But all of a sudden, during the scary fucking flu, the first few months, it started to bring me up. And it's just, every single day, I get more and more and more people, you know. So it's rife. Missed this. We'll catch up when done, Karen. Well, remember, Ian's on at 8, so DL Todaro Junior, this new variant Omicron of the so-called scary flu has killed 0 people. I know, worldwide fear-mongering for political control of the 3 people. Yep, absolutely. Absolutely. Right, so we'll finish off with the wee song, okay? And this might, I hope it plays. I've uploaded it, so it should play. Yeah, there it's there. Right, I'll come.
You know swine flu and mad cow, AIDS and the Zika, Ebola and typhoid, smallpox and MRSA. But do you recall the most famous affliction of all?
New CDC guidelines are too timid.
Rona, the red spike protein, the virus everybody knows. And if you ever caught it, it went in your mouth or nose. All of the TV pundits laugh and call us all insane.
Are you people insane?
Never allow free thinking, living in the Hunger Games. Another lockdown Christmas Eve. Fauci's here to say
Christmas lockdown.
Cooties has a curve so high. Don't you leave your home tonight. Oh, how the normies loved him. Injected with a fake vaccine.
I vaccinated Santa Claus.
Rona, the red spike protein. Greatest scam in history. Another lockdown Christmas Eve. Fauci's here to say Rona with your curve so high. Gain of function worked out nice. Fauci, the little con man, the tyrant everybody knows, selling the fear with science. Cover up your mouth, cover up your mouth, cover up your mouth and nose.
We cannot continue with Christmas as planned.
Mask.
So there we go. There we are. Did you hear that? Did you hear that? There we are. To finish off the day. So, Jeremiah, was that Jeremiah? Jeremiah. The true words of wisdom from beloved creation, Jeremiah. Help thy neighbours, bring forth love thy neighbours, and then greed the path of evil that will blind your hearts from the truth of existence. Yep. Yep. Love it. That was brilliant. Yep. Brilliant. Wish I could share that. I'll put it in the page and see if I could, because I've got it in my desktop. Can please send me that? I will. So I'll go early tonight. We'll finish with that. And I'll see you tomorrow. Remember, Ian's on at 8. I'll put it in the page and we can share it then. So Ian's on at 8 tonight with Smoking If You've Got Them. Okay. And I'll see you tomorrow. I'll probably be moaning and groaning and screaming. Well, no screaming. Even though I hear me scream. Probably swearing about something. So have a lovely night. I'm about to see that because the cat was trying to get in, but I shut the door. Because she walks across the screen and walks across the keys. Anyway, have a nice night. What was that you were saying, Audrey? It's like the TV advert. It's like watching the film of the green light. Right, so I'm going to end the broadcast anyway, and I'll see you tomorrow. We'll do it all again tomorrow. Okay, so enjoy your night, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.